Look at how dirty Google did Charleston White. That shit is crazy. But we gonna listen to Charleston White talk about Drake and, Kendrick as far as his beef. Before we get into it, please put a like on the vid. Subscribe if you're new here. And also, by the end of this, if you agree or disagree, leave a comment. Let me know what you think.
Let a lot of up-and-coming LA artists perform that night.
They ain't going nowhere. Ain't nobody fit to listen to no bunch of up-and-coming LA artists, but LA people in their neighborhood. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Nigga Kendrick, nigga, listen. Let me just say this. Drake way better. Drake way better rapping. Nigga, I know Drake's song. I ain't never heard a nigga in Texas pull up bumping Kendrick shit, nothing. Nigga, we like, much as I don't like that nigga. Nigga, you heard me nigga, come on, man. I was just going against the grain. But come on, let's be fair and clear. Me and Kendrick can't compare it. Unless you like twisted your fingers up like the retarded people. Yeah, that's the only way you go like Kendrick. You got to be retarded with the crib, diamond. Sensible people don't gravitate to that bullshit. So what? He gave these up-and-coming artists a spotlight for the day. Most of them will be by tomorrow due to the gang politics. California, Compton or whatever you want to call it, homie, is not vibrant. So why would you go shoot somewhere where, nigga, nothing grows here, everything dies?
Now, I'm going to touch on a few things he said, and this clip is really funny to me because when it comes to my audience, y'all love Charleston White, especially when I say something against him. Y'all really go kill me in the comments. And same with Kendrick. Y'all really love Kendrick. And if I say something to go against the grain with him, y'all really kill me. So this is going to be a really funny clip to see how y'all react. But I don't agree with Charleston White on the standpoint of Kendrick. You happen to be into the twisting your fingers and all the gang banging and like Kendrick music. The truth is two things. Number one, Kendrick don't really make gang banging music. And you might think, oh, because he throws some Crip and Blood references in there. And, oh, the whole album, Good Kid, Mad City, was about being in the streets of LA. Like, listen, if you listen to 4 Extra, if you listen to YG, if you listen to Treyway, 6K, like anybody like that, that's actual gang banging music. This is music from confirmed gangbangers, and it's very different than Kendrick's music, which brings me to my next point as far as the second truth. Kendrick rarely makes West Coast music. That's the funny thing about it. If you listen to the N95 song that was his lead single from his last album, that is more of a Southern beat, but it's not a West Coast beat. Even if you listen to what him and Baby Keem do, they've done New Jersey club records. They've done all types of Southern stuff. Rarely do you hear them get on the traditional LA sound or even the new LA sound, which brings me to my next point as far as what Charleston said about those other rappers. He is 100% right, and LA rappers who are currently successful know what I'm about to say is true. Nobody outside of the West Coast wants to hear that. Kendrick knows this, and that's how come DJ Mustard said he sent him about 50, 100 beats before Kendrick even picked it. For years, he's been sending him beats, and he's never been on a Mustard beat. I wonder why that is. But then when you look at people like Blueface, who is successful, and he's a newer artist, he came in on the West Coast stuff, but he got off of that as soon as he could. He got off that early in the game after getting with Whack 100 and signing the deal. And one thing that I'm also going to throw in there is that it's funny. He mentioned G Perico's name on the stage several times, and he also mentioned Problem's name several times. And these are artists who have been in the game. Problem was in the game over 10 years. And G Perico has been in the game a very long time as well, as far as being popping rappers from Compton in LA. He's never done a feature with any of those people as far as the air quote new up and coming. These people, most of those people aren't really new. I know these people aren't in the loop as far as Charleston White, but he hasn't done anything as far as throwing any of these Compton or LA rappers a bone as far as a feature since Good Kid, Mad City. He hasn't. So as far as all this unity and everybody coming together and this being something amazing, it's just a moment. It's just a moment. And he just needed them for this moment. If this didn't happen, they would still get no public love from Kendrick.